Hola, hola, hola guys, it's me, and I'm coming to you with a get ready with me video, or yeah, you're gonna get ready with me. So, it is officially fall, even though over here in New York it doesn't really feel that way. We are still up in the 80s over here, but officially fall started on Monday, so out with the summer and in with the fall. So I'm just going to do a quick easy eye tutorial, or get ready with me, more like. I don't really like to say tutorial that much, but we're going to be using the new Urban Decay Naked Honey. So here it is right here if you are interested in getting this palette or seeing how the palette performs, and you can keep watching this video. Here are the colors here. I have dipped into it, I have used it. So far I do enjoy it. The only thing I didn't use yet is actually the brush, the double-ended brush. I actually have not used it. For some odd reason, I just don't like the double-ended brushes that are included in the palette, so I just tend to use my own brushes, so I don't know why. But you already know the drill. Foundation's done, eyebrows and all that stuff. Hallelujah, girls. My eyebrows look normal. I finally went and got them fixed. The foundation I'm using is a little too dark for me, a little too warm side, I think, but we're gonna have to deal with it today. So yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead and get on with this bad boy. Okay, so I'm gonna give in and I'm going to use the double-ended brush. If I don't like it, I'm just gonna, you know, simply switch it and use my brushes. So I'm going to use the lightest color over here, and it's called Fly By. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lid because that's what I like to do. I pretty much only have concealer on my eyelid. I don't use primer too much, but as a matter of fact, I did presently buy primer and I lost it. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I don't know if we tossed it by accident or if it got lost when we were redoing the makeup room, but something happened and it's gone, and it's so disappointing because it was brand new and I don't know. I have no idea where it went, so I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this all over my lid. I just like to just put this to even more further set on my eyelid, or maybe it's just on my brain and just mentally I think I'm doing something with it. But alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and take this next color here, which is called Sweet, and I'm just lightly putting this on the lid as well. These are light colors, and I'm really just doing it to just put a little bit of a nice clean canvas, just very lightly touching with color. So I'm just gonna do that right now on the lid. And the little look that I'm gonna do right now is actually a look that I saw on one of the advertisements of the Naked palette, but I couldn't find the advertisement, so I can't I can't show you which one it was, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I have no idea where that advertisement went. I tried to look for it. It was on Facebook actually, and I just can't find the advertisement for the life of me. So if you see it and you see the, you know, if you see this look, and you know, suddenly remember, oh yeah, I remember that was from this ad, then you know that's where it's coming from. Alright, so I'm just doing this, and now I'm going to go into this really, there are two really pretty golds. There is golden and then there's honey, and they both look like gold or whatever, but they have two different tones, as you can see. One is just a little more golder, which is this one, than this one. You can tell that there is a difference on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think, I don't know, I kind of like both, but I'm gonna go with the more gold one right now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and flip the brush over, and I am going to go ahead and pack that on the inner corner of my lid. See how that goes. I hope that it shows up. It looks like it's showing up really well right now. Okay, so just so that you see what I'm doing. And the color is pretty, it is coming out rather well. Just a little worried about that since I am so fair skinned, but so far it's coming out pretty well. So I'm just packing the color right in the inner corner of the eye, and I'm putting also that color in the tear duct, as you can see, and just passing a little bit over here. I'm kind of curious to see how the dark one works, so I'm actually going to go into the darker gold, which is called golden. So let's see if that does any effect. Okay, so I'm putting the golden on top, and this is as far as we are going with this gold. Then I'm going to go on the other side of the eye and start using some brown shadows, trying to mimic that. Okay, so I've got that gold in here. I'm going to go ahead and actually don't want to use that brush anymore, so I'm going to take this fluffy brush that I have. This is the Morphe M441, and I'm going to actually tap into this brown here, which is called Swarm, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting that on the other side over here in the crease. And little by little I'm going to start warming that up with Swarm, and actually I'm going to mix a little bit with Amber. Amber is the color right next to it, so this is Amber, this is Swarm, and I'm going to actually mix both colors just to see how that goes. And I'm just, with a light hand, nothing heavy, I'm just building up a little bit of color before I start introducing that brown. Okay, so a little bit of fallout when you use a fluffy brush, but nothing that's going to, you know, no deal breaker there. So I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to take Keeper and Hive. Keeper is over here, and then Hive is right here. I'm going to take those two, and I changed my brush. I'm going to be using the Morphe M411. This is a smaller type of pencil brush, and I'm going to go into Hive and Keeper. And I'm going to begin just adding a little bit of more color here, the outer crease of the eye, and then eventually get a darker color up in here. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use the double-ended brush. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to go into Drip, which is a darker brown right here. So we're on the other side of the darker colors. The darkest one would be this one, which is called Sting. So I'm going to go into Drip, and I'm going to put a little bit of Sting and see what happens here. I'll tell you this much, the brush that is included is nice and soft, so that is nice. I mean, I rarely use these, so what I want to just put that in the crease here, kind of want to connect it. Okay, so what I'm doing after that is I'm just taking the same brown, and I'm just taking it to the bottom lash line. And this brush is really nice for that because it's so soft, it doesn't irritate you at all. Now, if you do not feel very comfortable using dark colors, you're afraid of the fallout, I have finishing powder or clear powder under my eye, and I do that purposely so that when I am using colors that are dark and there is fallout, I'm able to just take a brush and just flick it away later. There are people who put foundation after they do their eyes. That also might be something you want to do. Everything is, you know, it's all personal choice. So I'm already used to just putting on a whole bunch of powder under my eye and just doing it this way. So yeah, alright, so I'm just going to do the same thing on this eye. Just just gonna form that eye here with that brown color. Form that little smoky eye thing going here. And I'm going to be essentially just doing the same thing that I did on the other eye. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my face brush and just flick away the powder that I have here. And we're gonna continue. I don't think in the ad the girl was wearing liner. But yeah, I'm gonna put on some liner. We'll see what happens. Okay, so one thing I have noticed so far, and I thought that I was seeing things, which is why I wanted to give the palette another try, but I kind of feel, I don't know if it's me, but I kind of feel like my eyelid, like where I put the color, it's already faded. And that happened the first time I used the palette, that I was testing it out, and I kind of felt the same way. I kind of felt like the color had faded a little bit, and it looks like it's kind of doing that again on the eyelid over here. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if if this is just one of those palettes where you have to use a primer. I mean, like I said, typically I don't use primer lately. So I don't know, and the eyeshadows that I have put on have stayed on. I have no issue with staying powder of eyeshadows, but this is the second time that I'm noticing that these darker brown colors in the palette, for some reason, they tend to just kind of fade. I don't know why, and then they kind of look muddy. So I'm hoping that it does not happen here, but I'm just being honest with you guys, just in case you guys aren't interested in getting this palette. I'm just letting you know as I go along how I'm feeling about the palette so far. They're pretty colors and they're pigmented and they blend very well, but it's kind of like it defeats the purpose of you having a palette that the color is just going to go off so quickly like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more here, which kind of sucks because I mean, who wants to touch up all day long? No one wants to do that. So I don't know. Well, we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna just keep going on with my look over here. Okay, so I am pretty much almost done. If you're wondering what highlighter I'm using, it's been the one I've been using like almost ever since I got it, the Betsy Johnson highlighter. I absolutely love this highlighter. If you have not bought this highlighter, if you have not seen it or anything, I really recommend that you get it because it's such a good highlighter. It's not glittery. It has these kind of like a pearl type of thing, as you can see. So it's really not glittery at all. It is just so much like, it's just an illuminating sheen without the glitter. So I really love this highlighter. I am debating on whether I should put on lashes. Like, why am I always debating this? I don't think I want to. So I'm just going to make my line a little bigger. And I tend to do that if I'm not going to use lashes. I tend to do that because it makes the eye look a little more full. So I'm going to do that right now. And then I'm going to put on some mascara. And choose a lip color. So just so that you can see the difference between this one and this one. It really doesn't make a difference when you just go over the line a little bit more. So for lashes, or rather for mascara, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Go Big or Go Home mascara. This is actually a staple that I use as my mascara. I pretty much use this mascara every day. I think it's just perfect. It's just a perfect everyday mascara. If you're not wearing lashes, if you want more volume, I really think it's a good mascara overall. So it's one of my favorites. And I'm just going to go ahead and use that. Okay, so I'm going to see how this color looks. This is from Stila. This is the Stila All Day Liquid Lipstick in the color Angela. This was actually given to me by a friend of mine. So let's see how it will look with this. I don't think it's gonna look good because whatever. Well, there I go, bring it on, baby. Okay guys, so here is my final look using the Naked Honey palette from Urban Decay. Overall, I like the palette. Honestly, the only worry I have is the colors fading. Like I mentioned, the first time I used it and I did kind of like a brown smoky eye, I did notice that over time the color was fading. I didn't really want to just determine and say, okay, this palette sucks, let me just use it again and see what happens. So I used it again. Maybe I have to use a primer with it, I'm not sure, but then again, it's been forever that I have just been using concealer as a primer, and when I use my other eyeshadows I do not have this problem. So again, the palette is very nice. I like it. The colors are blendable, they are pigmented. Again, the question is on the staying power. Are the darker colors going to fade or what? Maybe this will depend on the person, but as for me, we're gonna have to see what happens. So that's it guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed this little get ready with me thing. I will put the link below for the palette if you're interested, and also side note, I will be putting a link below for this nice customized necklace if you are interested. This is absolutely chemical free, as in it does not react to anything, so it does not tarnish, it does not go bad, it is water resistant, and it is gold plated. You can get it in either gold or silver, and there's a whole bunch of different accessories, rings or bracelets, whatever is your preference. So I will put that link below so that you can save some dinero if you are interested in this product. So thank you guys again for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Happy fall guys. Adios.